think it's important to lift female participation in any industry where we're underrepresented. In the same way, I think it's important to lift male participation in female-dominated industries like teaching or healthcare.
I believe that for a business to really innovate, to stay competitive and to succeed, they really need diversity of thought. And for diversity of thought, you need diversity of people, which includes gender. So while our industry is changing, we're changing slowly, and I think to really move ahead in leaps and bounds, we need to introduce more diversity of thought and diversity of people.
Females add diversity and we're invaluable to every industry. We add productivity to the workforce, there's economic benefits, and we tend to bring new or alternative perspectives to ideas and challenges.
I think the construction industry needs to get into schools and talk to girls that are teenagers or looking to figure out what they want to do with their life. A lot of girls don't know that the construction industry is accessible to them. I think I went to an all-girls school and I had no idea that my job even existed.
I don't think there's a silver bullet for this. I do think that flexibility is a huge part of that. Construction sites traditionally run from early in the morning to late at night, 6 days a week, and that's just not family friendly. So to attract more women, to keep more women in the industry, I think we need to introduce a lot of different types of flexibility.
The construction industry has such a entrenched male culture because it is dominated by men. The culture is changing, but more can be done to make women feel secure, safe and supported.
My first reaction was, it's not that important to me because I've never felt the need for it myself. I've been privileged to never feel disadvantaged for being a female. But when I sort of started thinking about it, I started asking other people a couple of these questions just to get a more well-rounded opinion. It sort of made me realise it's not there for people like me that potentially don't need it. It's there for people or women of different cultures, women of different socioeconomic statuses, or older women that potentially in workplaces like construction or manufacturing or the military really were disadvantaged 20, 30 years ago.
Look, I'm an idealist. I wish we lived in a world where gender was such a non-issue that we didn't need a special day. I wish we celebrated incredible women every day of the year. Having said that, it is an amazing opportunity to showcase what incredible women are doing to change our society across all industries.
It's an opportunity to reflect and celebrate the positive changes that's happened to create equality. It's also a time to encourage and facilitate dialogue for further and continued changes.
With Kapitol, I think it felt very fresh, it felt new. It was obviously a new company. They were keen to get people in that were from a variety of backgrounds, and also they were keen to hear people's opinions, how they think they could better their company. And even as a grad at the lower level, you get your say, and you get your feedback that you give is taken on board to really develop the company. And I don't think you get that in more established or bigger companies.
When I spoke to the directors, David and Andrew, I could tell what they said about culture was authentic, and it wasn't just lip service as it often can be. It's a company that's really trying to break the mold, to be different, to improve the construction industry. And I could see from the outside how driven and passionate they were to do that, and that was something that I really wanted to be a part of.
It's a young and emerging company led by highly experienced and respected people.
Kapitol has a great group called Together, which is all the females in the industry, have events every so often, or speakers. I know Alice, who's our new culture manager, is really looking into getting us involved in more events and more industry things.
We have a higher percentage of female staff than the industry average, where I believe about 23% at the moment, but just because we're higher than the industry average, that doesn't mean it's good enough. It's not good enough. It can be better. We want it to be better. We're working towards it being better. We have just introduced paid parental leave, which obviously doesn't just impact women, but it is something that shows women we are a family-friendly environment.
We have female leaders in the company that act as role models, that provide an example of what's possible and help to diminish perceived barriers in the industry. We also hold regular meetings and catch-ups where we speak openly and honestly about challenges and issues that we face.
So my advice would definitely be, don't be afraid. It's not as intimidating as you might think. Most of the people are really friendly and they're excited to see you there. They just want someone that's willing to learn. They don't care if it's a girl or a boy.
Back yourself, believe in yourself, believe that if you stick to your morals, you drive your career and you help bring up others around you, that the world really is your oyster. If you're working somewhere that doesn't align with your values, leave. If you're not surrounded by people that inspire you, be the person that inspires others around you. And really just to celebrate your successes every day and just be yourself.
You should go for it. Accept that you're entering a male-dominated sector, but don't let that intimidate you. Remember that you have just as much to offer as any male colleague. Another advice I would give is to talk to someone in the industry and go get some work experience.